Just because you made a couple of $1,000s with UGC does not mean that you need to start creating a UGC course. See creators all the time start UGC and then 4 months later, they all of a sudden have a course teaching others how to do UGC. I'm sorry, what? After 4 months? After 6 months? After a year? You're still not an expert. You'll get there, but just not yet. I get the whole hustle aspect of it and I get trying to differentiate your income. However, you're coming from a place of like income versus true passion. And someone who used to teach for a living, I taught high school for 10 years, someone who's developed multiple curriculums and ran an entire department in my old school district. Seeing beginners who come up with these resources, this shit just grinds my gears to no extent. Unless teaching is your actual passion, unless helping people is your actual passion, you have got to stop making crappy digital products. You're doing it for the money, and if you think it's going to be just easy to put a digital product together and just like, hey, people are gonna buy it, I have news for you. Creating digital products, recording all of the tutorials, hosting a community, writing sales pages, marketing that digital product, posting social media content does not take 2 seconds. If you're using ChatGPT to write your digital product so you can make a quick buck, stop. You're doing people a disservice. That's what you're doing. And there's been instances where people buy people's courses and products and then they're like remarket and resell them as their own. Are you freaking for real? Unless teaching is something that you truly feel passionate about, unless you truly want to help people succeed, and unless you want to make that pivot from UGC into coaching business, unless you have truly mastered this thing called UGC, have significant social proof, you have worked with a ton of brands, and you can prove it to your students that you know what the freak you're talking about, then you shouldn't be making courses. When you get to that point and when you're like, yes, I have mastered this freaking thing and I cannot wait a minute longer to share my knowledge with everybody else, at that point only, you should consider creating a digital product. But selling people mediocre at best digital products just to make a quick buck is not the way to go about it. Doing yourself and you're doing people a disservice. And that is my unpopular opinion about UGC Part 5. Make sure you hit that follow button if you want to hear Part 6 tomorrow. Of course, check out my previous videos in this